Hi, Gemini. This is Carrie at wooingnature.life. Let me get my clothes up on me here. I hope that you are doing well and welcome to August. I'm going to be reading from three decks. Three. I'll be reading from three decks today. The first deck is the Soul Cards by Deborah Cock Chapin. I'm also going to be reading from the Enchanted map to follow up. And then I will end today with your tarot reading from Tarot Illuminati. So I'm just going to pick one card from Deborah Cock Chapin from the Soul Cards to just kind of give us an overview of what's going on with my Gemini twins in the month of August. Gemini twins month of August. What's the thing we need to be focused on? Ooh, what you see, what you feel, what you sense, and what is deep down on your inside. I'm getting that you have some insight, Gemini. You are seeing things a little more clearly. Matter of fact, your mind has been cleared. There's still some shadowy areas around it. I'm seeing that shadow in the underneath, but that's okay because you're already seeing. Your eyes are open. You are actually looking at parts of yourself that you are growing from. It's growth aspects that you're seeing. Ways that you have grown, things that have grown up in you. But there's still some work to be done. But you are seeing some stuff, right? I'm seeing your insight being awakened. That which you have seen in yourself, you will begin to see in others as well. Right now in August is not the time to talk about it, though. I'm seeing that very clearly here. It's just the time for you to kind of get your mind wrapped around it. For some of you, this is spiritual insight. For some of you, your spiritual eye is being awakened in August. It might be different territory for you, Gemini. Sometimes I think, Gemini, because you all are associated with air, and air is about the logical side of yourself, you tend to lean to your logic. You lean to the information. Geminis usually lean on information, like facts and details, right? But I think what's happening in August is you're getting a chance to see. You're getting some new knowledge, and it's spiritual knowledge. It's like spiritual insight is what I'm getting. And so that's kind of new for some of you. And for some of you, you may have already had some spiritual insight, but you're getting new spiritual insight. Okay, so I've already pressed on and started pulling cards from the Enchanted map. I always go to the map for direction because when you're trying to find direction, you need a map, right? So I go to the Enchanted map for that. So in relationship to this spiritual insight that you're getting, this new knowledge that you're getting, and the things that you are learning from your own experience, it's telling me to be encouraged. This card is encouragement. It's that gentle nudge from someone else that says you're still growing, you're still learning, and guess what? We're behind you 100%. We're behind you. That's what you're looking for right now in August. Don't spend a lot of time focusing on people who are criticizing you or who have some kind of critique of what you're doing and how you're doing it. You'll want to pay more attention to those people that are encouraging this new insight, because you're going to need that. You're going to need that kind of encouragement because it is new. You don't need anybody, while you're learning new things to tell you, oh, why are you learning that? That doesn't make any sense and blah, 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 blah. But just be aware that that might be happening as well. But I want you to pay more attention to those people who are encouraging and connect with those people who are encouraging this insight, who are encouraging you to what you're seeing, who you don't feel uncomfortable talking to them about that. You don't want that. You want to stay with the encouragement track. Then we have the talisman. Now, a talisman is an object. You know how, people say if you want to remember something, tie a string to your finger, or, if you want to stop doing something, you put the rubber band and you pop the rubber band to remind yourself what to do and what not to do. Well, a talisman is a spirit object that you put in your pocket. It could be a mojo or a gree or just some object that is a symbol of where you're trying to go and what you're trying to do. That object is going to be a reminder to you to continue to do this work, to continue to encourage the insights that you are getting, to not deny the insights that you're seeing, to not question them, but to walk with them and walk with spirit. I'm getting that strongly here, that you have to walk with spirit. So there may be an object in your I don't know, your closet or in your treasure box. It could be a gift from an ancestor. It could be something that you carry with you that reminds you of that ancestor and maybe what that ancestor taught you. It could be a stone. For those of you who work with stone medicine, it could be a rock or a stone. It could be an object, like an object it could be an animal object, not the animal itself, but like an animal totem, but an object that represents that. It could even be a picture of something that reminds you to continue to be encouraged in your journey. So you'll want to take that with you wherever you're going as a reminder of where you're trying to go and what you're trying to do. And then we have the magical map shifter. And what that means to me is that there's going to be a change in direction. I'm getting Oya, and I'm also getting Yansa. Oya or Oya Yansa or Yansa, whichever tradition you're following. But the main thing is about change, right? And so that is a spirit of change. Oya Yansa, or Yansa is about change. It's about bringing about change. And that change that happens is going to send you in a different direction. Again, we're talking about a new road, a new path that you're on right now, that you're being encouraged on right now. And again, that's a path of very deep insight. So there are going to be some changes happening in August for you. You can expect the changes, and it's because of your new insight. That's it. So accept the changes that come with the new insight and let it be a learning experience for you, because it is a learning experience right now. And I feel like as the month comes to the end, instead of you just seeing and wrapping your mind around it, you're actually going to be able to articulate it, especially to people who have been encouraging you all along. All right, so I'm moving to the Tarot Illuminati. We're just going to get some detailed instruction or details about what's happening in the month of August in relationship to these new insights and in relationship to the changes and in relationship to this new path that you're stepping out on. I feel really encouraged for you. I feel encouraged for you, Gemini. I do. I'm seeing those two sides of yourself coming in to a new feeling of inner confidence with this Queen of Wands right off the bat. Queen of Wands represents inner confidence, not bravado, not showiness, not, trying to put on the look, acting the part. It's not. It's about owning the part. Not acting the part, owning the part. I'm seeing lots of opportunities coming your way, things that you'll have to make a decision about. Some of these things are things that you want, some of them are things that you want, but you get to decide. And the decisions that you're making are going to be based on this new insight that you're gaining. The new insight brings new things. Remember we talked about the changes, new changes, bringing in new things. So the Seven of Cups are the new things that it's bringing in. These are things that that are going to that you'll have a feeling about. You'll have a gut feeling about it. It'll either be gut feeling good, gut feeling you know what I mean? And when you feel that, respond to it, like listen to it, that's all. It's going to really drive your confidence level way up. And again, that's inner confidence. That's the real confidence right there, is that inner confidence. You'll be starting new. You'll be starting out new. Again, I'm getting that on this journey right here that you're taking when we talked about taking something with you to remind you of where you're trying to get to, or to be encouraging of you getting to where you want to get to in your life. It's new territory for you, and I'm seeing that you're being kind of pushed. You're kind of being pushed off the ledge a little bit. We've got Strength in reverse also, and Princess of Cups in reverse, which tells me that this has been a weaker area for you. This emotional side, getting in touch with the intuitive side of yourself has been a weaker, it's been a weakness for you, or it's been a weaker side of yourself, and that's why this is happening. It's to strengthen that side. My nose is itching again. I think that means your spirits are coming in. I think it means some spirits want to enter. So those spirits who are connected to my Gemini people in the cipher, we welcome you. We welcome you to the space to give us further insight for Gemini for the month of August. So they're telling me, yes, that this was an area of weakness for you. There are some messages that have been coming, trying to get to you through spirit. But in order for you to be able to receive those messages from spirit, this part of yourself had to be strengthened because you just weren't paying attention to it. You know, this was something you weren't focusing on. And so by you getting these downloads or these insights, it's like now you'll be able to hear, you'll be able to sense, you'll be able to receive those messages. And those messages are coming through the emotion, through feelings, you know, what you feel about something as opposed to what you think about it. Okay? It's going to be more succinct is what they're telling me. They're also telling me that thinking involves experiences, and thinking can be influenced, but your feelings are I don't want to say they're more valid, but that's kind of how I'm feeling. That's kind of how I'm feeling. Like, it's not your feelings, you can't deny, right? But your thoughts sometimes can be influenced by other things, by what people say, other people's opinions, something you saw. It's like knowledge, and you can have knowledge of a certain thing, and that knowledge can be limited. But this feeling part that goes with the knowledge is going to broaden your perspective. It's going to really give you a better sense of what's going on around you. We've got the Devil and the Eight of Cups here. The Devil to me represents sabotaging thoughts. It could be things that are keeping you bound up, keeping you tethered to something. I'm thinking that it is those thoughts, that your thoughts were keeping you in one place and not allowing you to expand your view. And then by you not being able to expand your view is keeping you kind of in a stuck place. It's keeping you stuck. That's what the devil does. It keeps you stuck. The devil keeps you from expanding. It keeps you from growing. It keeps you from reaching your goals, from getting to the place on your path that you're trying to get to. The devil tries to keep you back, keep you from progressing, keep you from getting to your goals, right? So the Eight of Cups is there, which is about that soul searching. Eight of Cups means going within, going deeper within. So I think that you've been doing some soul searching, which is probably why these new insights are coming to you. And that soul searching is there to help you deal with those parts of yourself that have been that you've been bound to, that are unnecessary for you to be bound to. I feel like, Gemini, they really want you to fly now. And that flight is not physical flight. It's spiritual flight, really. And so you being bogged down with information and thoughts and, you know, just stuff that you couldn't make sense of sometimes was keeping you down. So you had to go to a different place. It makes sense. You know how you can be, you can be barking up the wrong tree. You're barking up the wrong tree. It's like, ain't nothing up there. You got to go somewhere else. Get off the tree and go down to the stream. Go somewhere else. Hierophant coming in, higher spiritual lessons. That all goes back to what we were talking about before. That's about this insight here. There's higher spiritual lessons that you are gaining now. And those higher spiritual lessons are what you're learning now. And you're going to be very excited about it. It's going to give you a sense of confidence, not like you have had before. You are going to really be able to let go of whatever this is that's been bogging you down, that's been holding you back. It's been trying to keep you in the same place. It's trying to keep you from growing. It's trying to keep you from doing that. But you have, it looks like to me, if you haven't already started, which I think you have already started, the rest of August is going to give you the time to really do the soul searching that you need to eliminate that thing once and for all. And so here we have the Five of Wands in reverse and also the Three of Cups in reverse. Five of Wands represents inner conflict. So Gemini, we know sometimes your two sides may or may not jibe with each other. And it seems like because of that, things were not gelling. Things were not making sense for you. Okay. Three of Cups is about when there is an agreement. There's three in the Bible. It says there's three which agree in heaven. There's three which agree in earth. For those of you who understand the numerology of it, we're talking about agreement. Where two or more are gathered, then there is birth. There is new life, right? And so when you think about praying and the Hermetic idea of as above, so below, that which you are experiencing here is as a result of something higher, spiritual lesson or spiritual activity that's happening. If you pray for something, then that which is in heaven has to agree in order for that manifestation to happen. I know that's a lot in one little card called the Three of Cups, but I do want you to know that that's what the Three of Cups is really about. It's about being able to, for everything to be working together for the whole. That's what it is. It's about those things, that which seems to be separated, that which seems to be opposite or opposing within ourselves. That's that conflict. That which is in opposition, being able to bridge that in some way to see where the twain meet. And then when you see where the twain meet, then you know what to do. That's a part of this insight that you're gaining too. And then once that happens, then the heavens can respond. They respond in kind. It's like when you are operating in alignment, then the spirit can say, oh, Gemini's ready to receive this new information because now they're in alignment. They're clear. They're not conflicted. They're no longer conflicted. So if you're no longer conflicted, then you can start to bridge. You can start to bridge these opposites and bring things together for yourself. That may be part of that devil energy too. And that might be also what you're learning. Emperor is the 4, which is about new foundations. It's also about setting and establishing a new order for yourself. It's about boundaries, knowing what your boundaries are, knowing what you're willing to do and not do, what works for you and what doesn't work for you, and being clear about that, and then being able to articulate that to other people as well. And this is also coming from this experience. New insight brings new experiences, breaks down old patterns, old habits, old behaviors that are keeping you down. It eliminates the inner conflict. It brings energies together within yourself so that manifestation can happen. And what happens as a result of that is now you have a new way of living. You have a new way of operating. You're now not operating the way that you used to. And the emperor represents operations. You know, the emperor sets the order for everybody else in the village. The emperor says, this is the way things are going to go from here on out. Except for you're not setting rules for everybody else, you're setting rules for yourself. So then when other people come into your kingdom, you can let them know what the rules are. And it's not to be bossy or dogmatic. It's just so that you are letting them know that, I see you. I see now. I see things differently now. And now that I have new insight, then I'll be conducting myself differently. That change can be off-putting for some people. But for other people, they're going to get it and they're going to applaud you. And you should certainly applaud yourself. I've got the Queen of Cups coming in here. Queen of Cups for me represents being okay with yourself, being okay with your inner sanctum, being comfortable with your feelings, being comfortable with your emotions, being able to operate from that space without feeling any way about it. And because of that, you will feel more giving. You will feel more connected. You will feel more loving, or you will feel like sharing more of yourself with others. Because we have the Lovers here in reverse, which means, again, being able to bridge those two opposites. The Lovers is about love too, and relationships too. But ultimately, in order for you to be able to have a solid relationship or a healthy relationship with another person, you have to be able to bridge those two things within yourself. So it's not to do away with the logic, because that's your nature, Gemini. Your nature is to be information oriented and to be cognitive and to take in information. But now the information that's coming in is coming in through your feeling place. And that's just another aspect of learning. So all you're doing is really pulling those two things together, your feeling side and your thinking side. You're bridging them together, and that's going to provide some new insight. That's just new insight. It's all coming full circle here. All right, spirits, is there anything else for Gemini? Any other cards for Gemini for the month of August? Nope, that's it. That's it. So great reading for you, Gemini. I hope that this has been beneficial to you. If you feel like you need a deeper reading, meaning that you want to see how this relates to you specifically, don't hesitate to reach out to me. I'm at Kerri, Kerri, at wooingnature.life. I hope you have a great August, and I hope you're having a wonderful life.